Essential employment vocabulary. When you are officially accepted into a new job at a company, you are hired by the company. For example, I was hired by an insurance company just 2 weeks after graduating from college. When you're hired, you become an employee of the company. The company becomes your employer. The other employees in the company are your colleagues or coworkers. The person above you who is responsible for your work is your boss or supervisor. You can work full-time, usually about 40 hours per week, or part-time, usually 15 to 25 hours per week. A small number of companies offer flex time, meaning the employee can set his or her own schedule. In some jobs, you work shifts, meaning the hours aren't the same every day. Instead, you work a specific block of hours that the manager schedules. If you work overtime, it means you work extra hours in addition to your normal schedule. We typically use the expression go to work for arriving at work and get off work for leaving work. For example, I go to work at 8:30 and I get off work at 5. Your commute is how long it takes you to arrive at work by car or public transportation. For example, I have a 20-minute commute. Some jobs allow you to work remotely. That means you can work from home or another place with an internet connection, and you communicate with your coworkers by phone, email, and video conferencing. As an employee of the company, you earn a salary, money you receive regularly for your work. Don't make the mistake of saying win a salary. The correct verb is earn. If you're good at your job, you might get a pay raise or a raise, an increase in your salary. You could also get a promotion, an increase in importance and authority. At the end of the year, some companies give their employees a bonus, extra money for work well done. The opposite of hire is fire, when your company forces you to leave your job. For example, Peter was fired because he never came to work on time. Usually if someone is fired, it's because they did something bad. If an employee loses his or her job because of a neutral reason, like the company reducing its size, then we say the employee was laid off. For example, Donna was laid off when her company started having financial problems. If you decide to leave your job, there are 3 verbs you can use. I'm going to quit my job. I'm going to leave my job. I'm going to resign. Quit is informal, resign is formal, and leave can be formal or informal. When an old person decides to stop working, the verb for this is retire. In most countries, people retire around age 65. If you're older than that and you've stopped working, you can describe your current situation by saying, I'm retired. You've finished Lesson 1. Now you can take the vocabulary quiz to practice using these words and sentences. There's also a bonus quiz with extra vocabulary related to professions. Come back tomorrow for Lesson 2, Interview English.